Well, kids, gather round. Story time with Tim. Our sound man is Mr. Alan Strand, and doesn't he do a fantastic job, everyone? And not too long ago, Alan got engaged to a beautiful girl named Heather. And we call her our hospitality manager, because it sounds more professional than tour mom. And last September we went up to Alaska, and we brought Alan and Heather along with us. And yeah, you guys should come. We do it pretty much every year. It's about a week in Alaska, and if this is what spring-like is here, then you'll love it up there. But last year we were in Alaska, and my girlfriend and I were sharing a cabin with Alan and Heather. And one night after a show, Alan and Heather beat us back to the cabin.
This is a family show.
This is not going where some of you think it's going. Unfortunately for Alan. Really? Instead, we got back to the cabin, and their car was there, but they weren't there. And we thought, you know what? I bet they took a walk, because there's a cliff half a mile away, and you can see the sunset from there. We thought, I bet you they took a walk to the cliff, which I realized was a wonderful opportunity to scare the crap out of them. Now we gotta back up a little bit, because the entire time we were in Alaska, Heather was on edge about potential wildlife encounters. She didn't want to encounter any. I should also mention that Heather's from about 45 minutes from here in Nebraska. Anyway, so my girlfriend and I take off down this path. Now the path isn't so much a natural path, so much as it is just some dude mowed through an overgrown field. And hopefully he just knew where the cliff was. Because, I mean, it's like taller than we are, grass, and then, anyway. And so we start heading down this path, and all of a sudden we hear them coming back. So we just do this. And all of a sudden we're completely hidden in giant weeds. Well, what happened next really exceeded my expectations. I didn't even get to jump out at Heather because she heard me rustling in the overgrowth. And so I hear their footsteps, and I leap into the growth, and then just silence. And I'm listening, and they're listening, and no one's moving. Well, somehow they managed to very quietly and ninja-like turn around and go back the other way and take the extremely long way home. From the cabin to the cliff, like I said, it's about a half a mile. The way they were going to go, several miles to get home, but that was a good alternative for Heather to not encounter whatever this mystery was in the weeds. So I finally peek out. They're nowhere to be found. I mean, it's like 30 seconds, and like they're out of sight. Heather is scurrying away. So I take chase.
Man, I wish I'd been there.
Luckily, I caught up with them on a gravel road, and I'm in boots, which I guess might sound like hooves or something.
Bear claws.
And I don't know what Heather thought was coming up behind her, but if it was an animal, this was her tactic. Now, I don't know if karate works on wildlife in Alaska, but it was very effective on me. I was way too busy laughing to do anything at that point. Y'all give it up for Heather, everybody. Come on, Heather, come on out here.
Take it down. Spotlight on Heather. She loves it when we bring her on stage. She takes such good care of us.